I didn't know any better, and I didn't really have much context and awareness of anything else that existed at all. And I couldn't imagine anything else because I was pretty young. I was 26. And to me, that was my whole world. And then I started to realize, oh, there's a bit more. Like I thought I was at the end of the journey, but I was just at the beginning. And when I reframed that and restarted and reset my own personal expectations and personal goals, I think that's when I started to actually care more about what I felt about the world and what I felt about myself than what anyone else felt. It just stopped caring what anyone else wanted to do and pushed me to do or whatever. I just listened to myself. And that was the beginning. I remember wanting to start another company that was scalable. It had a product. It wasn't built on me. It was built on great people who built a great company, had a good mission and a purpose. Like, that's lucky that all came out, right? I don't think it's that easy to do. But I do think that the intention was there. The intention to create a scalable global business and figure out how to do that. I think I just listened to myself. I said, am I done? What do I want to do? And I just didn't feel that with that first company I was done. I was like, oh, this is not it. This is not the level. We should do better than that. To build a company is a long journey. Not everyone's up for that, which is fine. But I went on that journey. At night, I would write content and I would learn the latest SEO tactics, and I just continuously, relentlessly improved and tweaked the website day in, day out. I was studying every single possible thing I could possibly study on SEO and really mastering it, implementing it at the same time. I started doing the absolute core, and I can talk in extreme depth about a lot of things to anyone in the company because I did that myself. I sat with a computer and I called up the clients and I, built links and I called the media and all the same stuff. I think that I'm very grateful for that beginning. I think it's only possible because I was able to translate the skills that I'd mastered into a website and get the opportunity to do that. But that was only possible because of, the 7 years of work in the agency and learning them through trial and error. That's why I'm so grateful for those years, because it taught me so much. Businesses, I think, hit a natural equilibrium where if you want to go to the next level, you've got to put a lot of capital in and take a big bet. The first business we did, it was always going to be a tough business to scale. It was always going to get commoditized. I didn't see the ultimate competitive edge. I think with Finder, it's got a really good competitive edge in terms of its marketing and its technology now. But, there's always been a fear, like maybe there's something I'm not seeing that I should be seeing that maybe someone else is seeing, and that's going to just wipe us out. I always have a mild amount of paranoia, a healthy, constructive paranoia. And on the other side, I think I've always submitted the idea that, whatever we're doing today, we could probably go and do 100 times. I think it was in a meeting yesterday and someone said, oh, we've done $2,000 in revenue for la la la. I said, imagine when we hit $200,000. Imagine when that happens. That's very feasible. It's possible. It's going to happen. Just imagine what that feels like. Imagine what it looks like. What is needed to go from here to there? Mm. And that's when people have two options. They can either listen to bitterness and to some extent and rebel against that and point fingers, or they can instead be inspired and go, how could we do that? And that's when creativity begins. That's the moment when you think something is impossible, but actually it is possible. You just need to be more creative to go and get it. There is a delta. Your current level of thinking and the tools you have, the resources are not going to get you there. You're not going to get there with the current level you're at. You need to exceed that. You need to go past that. And that to me is fun. That's the game where you look back and you go, hey, I achieved this. We did this. And few people realize that those things happened with the resources and the constraints and all the problems. No one's going to write a chapter about all the problems, right? Everyone's got problems. It's actually talking about how you overcame them and the end result you got. And that's what you get remembered for. That's what creates legacy. And that's the part that excites me. It's that extra 20% that everyone else thinks is impossible. But I love the feeling of going, how creative can we be to get that extra 20? To do something extraordinary, you can't do the ordinary. Probably that is the theme. Whenever I see something and it's not possible, I go, okay, well, yeah, that's great. But maybe it just needs to be recombined in some other way, shape, or form in order to create the possibility that it will happen.
Yeah.
What I also hope that's combined with is be ambitious. And when you are ambitious and when you state your ambition, great people come to your cause. And the reason why they do that is because they want to be great too. I think if you combine those two things together in some way, it makes a very nice journey. I think the third thing I'd add is go to where your energy flows. And what I mean by that specifically is like you naturally will gravitate to the thing that you'll love and you'll make money from. You just got to let yourself go. Just got to believe that you're going to figure out a way. That's when your creativity has to start. When you're in that place, you're in that energy zone, you're in that aligned place of what you love to do. I didn't know that building websites was going to be a place that I'd loved. I'd loved it. It was great, but I didn't know it was going to make money. I just had to be more creative. That innocent imagining and dreaming is what creates things in businesses that no one thought would be possible.